In this video, I will be moving through a slow morning flow. It can be done really any time of day, but I love to start my morning with some slow, mindful movement just to get into my body and to feel connected to the present moment as well as to my own personal, ever-shifting experience. So settle onto your mat now, lying on your back. Walk your feet in so they're under the knees. Relax your arms completely. Release the weight of the head into the floor. And pull the right knee into the chest. So you're using your hip flexors to draw the thigh in toward the belly. The arms rest at either side. You can press palms down and start to extend your left leg out. You decide how far you want it to go. Flex the toes back toward the face and keep pulling that right knee down toward the same shoulder. Now we'll add some grip by interlacing the fingers, drawing the palms into the shin. Pull the knee down with that help of the bicep muscles, engaging elbows down toward the floor. One more full breath, then release the hands back to the mat. Slowly activate the psoas to pull that left foot in, and then extend your right foot up. Take 3 circles in one direction and circle the other way. And I have my hands interlaced behind my thigh. And now I'm pressing my flat foot up to the sky, extending the back of the knee. And then release the leg down, hands to the side, left knee into the chest. So we're beginning just with our own activation, using the muscles to draw the thigh in. You'll feel the core awaken deep in the belly. And then start to extend the right leg out. Imagine you're planting that foot down on the floor. Pull the left knee in. And then when you're ready, add the interlace with the hands. Pull down on the shin. Let the elbows be heavy to either side of the torso. Relax tension in the shoulders. Keep all the weight of the head down into the floor. Then release the hands. Slowly draw the right knee back in. Extend the left leg up. You can bring the grip back as you circle through the ankle and into the arches. Then press that flat foot up to the sky as if you're trying to stand on the ceiling. Bend the knee, release the foot, and then draw both thighs into the belly. Plant the hands firmly on the mat. Pull the legs in a little closer, and then use the hands around the shins to draw the knees in for a deeper compression. Release the feet. Take your robot arms to the mat, and then lift your hips up nice and slow. Press your feet down into the floor. Press the elbows and the triceps down into the floor. And then release. Take the arms up overhead. Thumbs face the floor. Extend your legs out in front. Imagine standing in Tadasana. Then walk your feet over to the right and your shoulders over to the right. Cross your left ankle on top of your right and grab your left wrist in your right hand. Stretch open here in Bananasana pose, feeling the curve of the spine all the way up in the left side of the body. And then come back to center. Walk the feet in for another bridge pose and robot arms. Lift the hips up, peel the spine off the floor. Here I'm shimming my shoulders a little bit more underneath me so I can feel more open across the chest. And release the hips down, extend the arms up overhead again. Lengthen through the legs. Walk the heels over to the left side this time. Swivel your shoulders to follow suit. Hips stay to the right to anchor down. Cross the right ankle on top of the left. On this side, right wrist in the left hand. See if you can feel a sense of release in the support of the floor, even as you breathe openness into the right rib cage. And come back to center. Adjust for one more bridge. This time the arms are going to stay extended along the side. Press the feet down to rise the hips up, using the full surface contact of the arms to support the opening across the front body. then release it on down. Take the hands behind the knees. Start to rock along the length of your mat. Massaging up and down the spine as you move forward and back. Then cross the feet. Roll on to the hands and the knees for tabletop. Start to rock forward and back. Spread the fingers wide on the mat. Feel the stretch in the wrists and the forearms here as you press down and rock the shoulders slightly forward of the wrists, and then bring the weight back. Sit on your heels, and then start to circle your wrists out and then up overhead. Flip the palms so the fingers face out. Imagine you're holding the ceiling from releasing down onto the top of the head. And then circle the hands inward. Press 2 walls away. Pull the fingertips back towards you. Flip the palms, open the chest, draw your thumbs back, and then circle the hands in again. Flip the palms to face up, fingers face out. Press the palms toward the sky, and then fingers come in. Press the palms away, nice wide T. Flip the palms, and then release the hands back onto the mat. Feel the difference here in the wrists. Notice if you feel anything different after warming those joints up a bit more. And then come to fist for wrists. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the hips. Cow pose. Exhale into cat, opening the back body. Inhale again, reach the heart forward, let the hips swing way back. Exhale, middle of the spine rises up, look toward your thighs, press them forward. One more time, inhale, open chest. Exhale, this time pull your knee in toward the belly. Same muscular activation here as we had lying on our back. Draw the thigh up, press the arms down, and then reach that leg back behind. Keep the toes on the mat, extend the heart forward, reach the left arm forward. Feel the line of energy from the right heel through the left fingertips. Draw the low belly up. Replant the left fist and draw the right knee back in on the exhale. Inhale, stretch that heel back. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, extend, open. One more time. Think of this as a coiling into the belly button. And then extend that leg, this time opening for spinal balance. Lift the heel off the floor. Reach the left hand forward. Breathe. Feel evenly weighted between the 2 hips and the 2 shoulders. And then release the left wrist and the right knee. Take it back to child's, tenting up on your fingertips if you'd like. Feel a lift from the center of the palm. And draw the backs of the hands forward as you reach your sit bones down toward your heels. Then come back to tabletop. This time I'm demonstrating on the palms. You could also do fist for wrists again. Inhale, open to cow, and then coil in on the exhale with the left knee into the chest. Holding. Then extend that left leg slowly back. Press the big toe mound and small toe mound down into the floor. And feel the weight evenly between your hands. Reach your right hand forward now to extend the line of energy from the leg through the belly, out the arm. Replace your right hand. Pull the left knee in for the exhale. Inhale, re-extend. 2 more. Exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, feel length in the back of the knee. Last one. Exhale, pull in close. Inhale, extend, fully extended leg lifts up off the mat. Reach your right hand forward again. Create a little more space between the trunk of the body and the mat. And then release the right hand down, left knee down. Take it back to child's. This time I'm demoing flipping the palms to face up. Notice if that helps you find a little more space between your shoulder blades. Let the arms be heavy for a moment, and then bring the body back to tabletop. Come up onto the fingertips to give yourself a little more space between your body and the mat, and then inhale. Let the elbows bend out to the side for this cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale again, a lot more space between the elbows. Draw the shoulder blades down. Exhale, coil the right knee in. Get that leg as close as you can so you can step the right foot between the hands. Rise open to low lunge. Touch the palms. And then take the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers. Walk the right foot a little bit further forward. And let the hips soften down toward the mat as the elbows pull back. Feel your low ribs lift up out of the hips. Then draw the hips back, release the hands on either side of your right heel, flex your toes back. And rock from side to side in the hips and the shoulders. Move weight back into the right leg, heel toe that foot out. Keep the toes turned open and then twist towards the right thigh with the chest. Roll the right shoulder open. I'm keeping the hand down on the knee to help support. Just a slight gentle twist here. Still very much waking up in the spine. Then walk the hands to the inside of the right foot and swing the foot around. Lower down through a modified plank. Inhale to baby cobra. Exhale, soften down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. 1 more, go for length here. Think of the ribs pulling forward and up. Elbows drop back. Weight light in the hands. Then press the hands down firmly to come back to child's pose. Reposition to tabletop. Once again, tenting the fingers. Inhale, open, cow. Exhale, coil, cat. Inhale, lift the heart, bend the elbows, keep them spongy. Exhale, now straight arms, pull the left knee in, create space between the shin and the floor. Step through, scissor the legs to lift with activity, pushing down through the legs to rise the arms up, touch the palms. Then release the hands behind the head, interlace. Scoot the left foot a little further forward. Feel the shoulder blades release down along the spine. And imagine a string attached to either elbow and it's being gently pulled back. Release the arms down. Stretch the hips back. Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Swivel into the stretch. Let your shoulders find some freedom of movement. And then walk the weight back into the left leg. Heel toe that foot out. Roll the left shoulder open. Feel the right thigh release down toward the mat on this side. Unwind to center, hands on the inside of the left foot so you can swing it back around. Reposition for modified plank, lower down. This time take cactus arms, so right angles. On the inhale, arms and legs lift off the mat. Exhale, release it down. And again, inhale to lift everything up except the hip points and the bottom of the belly. And then release down. 1 more time, lift it up. Strong, straight legs. Reach the balls of the feet back. And then release. Walk the hands in for Sphinx. Feel the weight of the shoulders supported right over the elbows. And then coil into the belly to lift the hips up in line with the shoulders and then release them back down. Curl the toes under. And same thing, lift the hips up. Keep the knees down. Push the knees down and the balls of the feet down. Forearms down. Release the hips. And this last one, option to peel the knees off the mat as well for forearm plank. Just a couple breaths here. Lengthen out along the spine, along the legs, through the crown of the head. Release the knees. Walk the hands in and release to downward facing dog. Settle into your shape, reconnect with the breath, and then on your next exhale, start to bend your knees, lift the heels a little higher off the mat, and then inhale, re-straighten the legs, press the heels down. Exhale again, release the knees towards the floor. Inhale, stretch back through the heels. Last one. Exhale, bend the knees, moving nice and slow, and then re-extend. See if you can feel the same length that you do through the legs now, also through the torso and through strong arms. Then rock yourself forward to tabletop. Stretch your right leg back and your left arm forward, returning to spinal balance. Plant your left hand down, pull the right knee in, and then see if you can keep the left palm down as you bring the right foot forward. Walk the right foot out to the side so both arms are under the shoulders on the inside of that leg. Then curl the left toes under, lift the knee. Runner's lunge. Recall how you felt when you were lying on your back at the very beginning of class and you were pulling the right knee into the chest and extending through the left leg. See if you can feel that same energetic, dynamic sense here. Then release the left knee back, swing the right leg around, return to tabletop, and repeat that on the other side. Left leg extends back, right arm forward. Replace the right hand, both arms stay strong and straight as you pull the left thigh in. See if you can keep the right hand down as you step the foot through. Adjust both arms on the inside of the left leg. Keep the arms straight, reach the heart forward. Curl the back toes under, lift the knee, kick back through that heel. Draw the left shin forward, draw the chest forward. So there really is this sense of taut energy from one direction, through the leg, through the spine, into the other direction. Release the knee down, swing the left leg around, and lower yourself down through modified. Keep the elbows in close. Inhale, baby cobra. Hands are barely touching the mat. Exhale, release. Then extend your left arm forward, bend your right knee, reach back for that foot, kick into the hand, lift the heart, lift the right thigh. Think of spinal balance action here, pulling forward, pulling back, and then release down. Rock through the forehead. Switch to the other side, right arm forward, bend the left knee. Curl the toes down toward the knee as you lift the thigh off the mat. Feel the outward and upward motion, and then release it down. Hands under the shoulders for a moment of release, and then interlace your hands behind the low back. Extend through the elbows, lift your heart up. Lift the legs up. Reach the back of the hands toward the heels. Reach the heels away from the hips, and then release, hands under the shoulders. Press firmly into the hands to come up through modified plank, and release it back to child's pose. Curl the toes under if you'd like. You could also hang out in child's. 5 full breaths here, either in down dog or child's pose. Again, reconnect with the breath. Feel it move. Notice sensation. Stay here in this moment. Soften into the knees. Take the knees all the way to the mat. Sit back on your heels and breathe. Full inhale, full exhale. Then rock off to one side to bring the legs forward of you. Come back down onto the mat. Same way we began, right knee into the chest. Pull the knee in, extend your left leg out, then add the interlaced hands. Actively draw the elbows down, feel the work in the biceps, flex the toes, and then relax the feet. Let the toes flop forward and out. Let your grip relax a little bit, and then just the heaviness of the arms is assisting the compression here between the belly and the thigh. And release the hands down. Adjust so the left hip swivels under the right for a twist. Here in supine twist, I'm going to demonstrate this in a moment, but you can place a block underneath your right knee now, or a pillow or a blanket. You can keep the gaze up toward the ceiling or bring it now over to the right hand so that you feel the twist all the way through the neck. Let your limbs be heavy. Let the feeling of effort leave the body. Then release the right hip back to center. Here I'm grabbing the block to demonstrate the support on the other side. Left knee into the chest. Extend your right leg out. Take a moment to keep it active here, flexing the toes back, drawing the shin down, the thigh down, the heel in toward the hips. And then soften the feet so you can see my toes flop forward. Let the release happen in the face, across the chest, up in between the shoulder blades, and deep in the belly. Then release the grip, stack your left hip on top of your right. Keep the left leg extended. Here I'm using the block beneath the top knee. And this way I can really release the outer hip muscles and settle into a more restorative shape where I'm not required to effort, I'm not required to work. So let your shape be the same thing. How do you need to set it up so that you can let go? And then let go. And stay with the breath. Stay with sensation. Bring the gaze back to the ceiling. Bring the left hip back down to the mat. And then walk both feet in for one final bridge pose. Hands alongside the body. This time interlace. Roll up on the shoulders to tuck the shoulder blades in towards the heart. Feel the tips of the shoulder blades press through towards the chest. Lift the hips. Full breath in. And then I'm taking the block to place it right under my sacrum. Play around until you feel totally supported and you can soften into the support, into the floor. Then bring the knees overhead and extend the legs up. You could also do legs against the wall in place of this variation here. And I'm bringing some more space between my body and my arms. If this is your morning flow, it's nice to take a position of receptivity, of openness here. So my palms are up and my arms are wide. Last full breath. And bend the knees. Take the heels back onto the mat, nice and slow. You can adjust your block here if at any point it doesn't feel like it's giving you proper support. At this point, you could also take the block out of the equation completely and extend your legs for a traditional style Shavasana. Wherever you are, you want to get the sense of release. You've blocked out this time for exactly this, moving meditation. So let yourself remain in a meditative, present state. Feel into the breath if that helps you focus. And yield up any sort of thought patterns, cyclical thoughts that are grasping at your attention right now. You get to choose where your attention goes. So as the thoughts come up, let them move on, off your mat, out of the room. Take a full breath in, release it out. Then lift the hips to slide the block out of the way. Reconnect your hips to the floor. Bring the knees in towards the chest. And then wrap your arms around, grasping opposite elbows. Rock yourself just gently side to side here. It might be the tiniest movement, that's fine. Feel connected into the floor. Release the feet. Come up to a seat. Sit up tall on your sit bones. Sit comfortably so your seat's not demanding too much attention. And from this upright, comfortable seat, take your hands together in front of your heart. A moment here just to appreciate your body, all it does. I hope this flow leaves you feeling a little more connected and ready for the day ahead. Namaste.